Our next speaker is actually going to walk us through the next phase of the steps. So you've got instrumentation figured out, and now you actually have to get that data into the hands of people across the organization. Again, it sounds like a good idea in practice, but maybe easier said than done. Tom Tahara from Docomo traveled all the way here from one of my favorite countries, all the way from Japan to be here today. He's going to break it down. He's going to break down how his team went from waiting weeks to get their hands on the data to accessing it in minutes. Tom, are Americans allowed in Japan again yet, or no? Come on up here, man. Welcome to the stage. Give Tom a hand, guys. All right, she's all yours.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Right. Hello, everyone. I'm Tom Tahara. I'm in charge of the payment services at NTT Docomo. What an honor to be here in front of you, product leaders from all around the world. We introduced Amplitude to our mobile payment services called Democratize about a year ago. Today, I'd like to talk about business environment surrounding Democratize services and how Amplitude is helping us drive the business by enabling us to democratize the power of massive amount of data, terabytes of data. Okay, so let me start by quickly sharing who we are and what we do. Docomo is the largest mobile telco company in Japan. We have 83 million mobile customer base. We are running not only mobile business, but also value-added services such as credit card, payment services, and healthcare, gaming, video, etc. Since you may know that mobile business is so mature, even in Japanese market, Docomo is aiming to expand such non-mobile business in mid-term strategy. In non-mobile business, the payment is the largest business unit so far, particularly the QR payment code service called Democratize is strategic service in our portfolio. We started this new type of mobile payment services in 2018, and it keeps growing. And Democratize already has more than 40 million customers. It's 1/3 of Japanese population, and the user can use Democratize for around 4 million shops in nationwide. Let's talk about what Democratize is. It's a payment service that can be used anytime, anywhere, in a convenient and easy way with good value. Just scan QR code displayed in the screen, and then payment is quickly done. And QR code payment is associated with a credit card or charged value or mobile billing. This new payment experience is being accepted by consumers since easy to use and available retailer is expanding a lot. By using a Democratize, user can get point called D-point and redeem them as a payment. Japanese really like a point incentive so much. Actually, my wife and daughter, mom, pop, and friend, everyone has at least a couple of point program card in the wallet. Now, D-point is the second largest common point program in Japan, and it strongly incentivizes the customer to use Democratize. User can also use other features such as personal money transfers and special coupon offers and stock investment by using point. And we are planning to introduce new features such as lending money and insurance services through the Democratize near future. On the other hand, for retail partners, we provide marketing services by using a Democratize touch point, such as delivering message coupon, and running a campaign. Retailers can use the Debra as marketing platform now. You may imagine Debra is no more a simple payment product. Now it consists of many features to support people's entire life. From this overview of the service architecture, I believe that you can imagine how big and complex and the data we generated every day is, and how difficult it is to make the most out of the data. But if I can share a couple of specific numbers that describe the scale of our business. The gross transaction volume of Debra is 1.13 trillion yen. It's about $9 billion in 2021, last year. It keeps growing in 2022. We expect almost a double of the result of 2021. Speaking of Japanese payment market, still the 70% of transaction is done by cash. Only rest of 30% of transaction is done by cashless payment, such as credit card or QR code payment. Comparing to the US market, US is roughly the 50% is done by the cashless payment, and the other developed country is normally exceeded 50%. We think we have still big white space to expand the mobile payment business in the market. The number of Debra users is also increasing rapidly, with 35 million users in 2021, and now it's 44 million today. Still keep expanding. We are also increasing the number of stores that offer Debra, both real and online, reaching 4 million today. We are working to make the services available everywhere in Japan as soon as possible. And here is the market, the overview of the QR code payment services. So Debra has been making a significant growth since its launch, but unfortunately, it's still the second largest position in the market. You can, sorry. Here. Number one player is PayPay. It's operated by the SoftBank, and followed by Docomo's Debra. So we are working day by day to achieve the top position as soon as possible. Here are the three policies I put in place to win the top spot. One, market win. The brush up market-oriented services with an awareness of customer, affiliated stores, and competitors. Two, all-out battle. Take a total approach with the entire department instead of a local approach by individual units. Three, the visualization for action. Visualize the effective measures and execute continuous OODA loops. In order to make these come to life, data democratization is critical because we have to listen to tens of millions of customers and learn what they like or not about our service, get insights out of the learnings, identify areas of improvement, and implement new ideas quickly. For that, data must be a common language across the department. So all business units come together and act on data. Data needs to be everyone's business, not be data specialist data. In the past, before introduction of the amplitude, we had been making use of data, but it took an enormous amount of time and effort cost. As you can imagine, my company is a silo organization. It's a type of the old-style company, and each team report me by different definition and different aspect of the analysis. It was very difficult to understand the current situation of DBRI business in real time. Then I realized that democratization of data is a must. As I mentioned earlier, we aim for the top position in Japan. I believe that analysis and the utilization of data are an essential basis in order to achieve that. But we run into 3 challenges. 1, data explosion. Since the service expanded and diversified so much, the amount of data that require analysis has increased. 2, data invisibility. It becomes necessary to grasp, analyze, and take measures according to the actual usage of customers. 3, data talent. We face the shortage of human resources who can acquire and analyze data. Then solution needed. To overcome these challenges, we decided to introduce amplitude. Here are the 3 key points why we choose amplitude. 1 is velocity. Amplitude has a proven track record of high-speed processing of large-scale data analysis, and considering number of DBRI users and the volume of generated data, this is so important. 2, visibility. Amplitude can create a pipeline for us to feed the data for daily operation to Amplitude in real time. You remember that one of my policies is to listen to and learn from customers, but we can't do that through survey or interview for mass 44 million customers. It can't work for a rapid OODA loop neither. Instead, we have to utilize statistical user behavior data from our product through digital analysis. And the digital analysis solution needs to come with these capabilities I just mentioned. And 3, growth. The Amplitude can create an environment and raise awareness to allow more employees to analyze data with common language. Then the effect is beginning to appear. Firstly, we are able to evolve from making analysis of taps to analysis of user trend, including payment. In the past, we had only analyzed the number of taps of DBRI, but this analysis didn't contribute improvement of payment transactions so much. By adding the payment transaction data to Amplitude, we could link user trend within the app with their payment data in our analysis. This contributes improvement of the number of payment transactions a lot. In multi-step flow of payment, for example, it's now possible to measure at which step the user has left and identify the area to improve UI. In addition, by analyzing the flow of users who are highly motivated to purchase, we understand their needs and efficiency plans of sales promotion strategy for both push and pull communication. On top of that, DBRI aims to build the infrastructure together with the member stores by sharing data with them instead of monopolizing the data. Amplitude helps us to do that. In addition, we are now able to easily create dashboards that meet our purposes allowing us to perform analysis in less time and make logical decisions and take action based on the data. It's very easy to understand the current situation of DBRI business in real time. As a result, we can increase the overall productivity of DBRI service. Secondly, we are now able to realize optimal UI UX from data analysis result. For example, in the campaign area, this is the top screen of the DBRI app. In the campaign area of the DBRI, we can now evaluate the design to see if it firmly leads user to payment action instead of only evaluating the number of tabs. In the function area, we can manage indicators according to the purpose of each icon and improve the overall number of app launches and increase the number of payments. The third lead, we are able to increase the human resources working on the data. The data environment enabled by Amplitude and awareness have spread among employees that they should make their own data analysis by using Amplitude. In fact, more than 100 employees across different teams have used Amplitude in a year to check and analyze the data. And second, they issue more than 100,000 queries in a year, which means that they handle data 2,000 times a week on average. The number of weekly running users remains around 10, while 5 is considered sufficient. A weekly running user is a user who actively and shares a running that is consumed by at least 2 other people in the previous 7 days. Some of you already know WLU is Amplitude's North Star metrics. More WLU means your organization is becoming a more data-driven team. Finally, we are using Amplitude not only for DBRI, but also for the marketing activities of the DBRI member stores. We built an ecosystem to provide value to users and retail partners by creating new customer touchpoints and solutions. For example, the Moss Burger, which is the second largest hamburger chain in Japan, we used Amplitude to analyze their own app data so that we can set up actions and propose improvement. And the right side is the Dotto Coffee, which is the largest coffee chain in Japan. We proposed improvement of UI UX to increase the activation rate by presenting steps to charge value on their virtual card. In Japan, Amplitude is sold by Docomo's group company called Dear One as value-added exclusive reseller. I came here with Dear One's CEO, Mr. Kono, sitting here, and thankfully he's acting like evangelist of Amplitude in Japan and expanding that business as well. Let me wrap up my talk by sharing the key takeaways for you. We need to democratize data in order to achieve a leading position in the market. That is why we introduced Amplitude. We took the following 3 actions to democratize the data. One is the established environment and culture to make data analysis by ourselves. 2, we quickly shared and deployed the result of analysis for practical use. 3, And we rolled out successful experience logically to other areas. I'll be around here today and love to connect with you and discuss how and in what way large enterprise can leverage the power of data more effectively and unleash big data in the range of terabytes and beyond. Thank you for listening.